Shaq just lit the NBA on fire. If LeBron wins in Philly, the GOAT debate is over. But with Joel Embiid's body breaking down and championship or bust expectations, this could become the greatest triumph or the biggest disaster of LeBron's career.
LeBron wins a championship in Philly. I would believe he is the greatest winner in the history of sports because he is a greater catalyst for winning than anybody. If you can go to Cleveland and win their first championship in the history of the franchise, a franchise founded in 1970. If you can go to the Miami Heat, and though they had won a championship several years prior, you win 2 championships there in back-to-back seasons. Then you go to the Los Angeles Lakers and you win their first championship in a decade, dragging one of the most celebrated franchises in all of sport, dragging them out of the mud back to being celebrated once again. And then if you can go to Philly, a city that has become a football city, and win their first championship since 1983 when they had 2 MVPs in Dr. J and Moses Malone. If you can go to Philly and win, Miami and win, Los Angeles and win, Cleveland and win, one organization first championship ever, another organization first championship in 40 years, another organization first championship in 10 years, one of the most celebrated organizations in the history of all sport, and the other organization back-to-back championships. There is no greater catalyst for winning in the history of sports than LeBron James if he can win a championship in Philly.
LeBron James decided to take his talents to Philadelphia. What were your thoughts about that move?
I don't like y'all calling my man a ring chaser.
I didn't call him that.
Okay, I'm just checking. I don't think it's for him. See, it's funny to me that people that don't have rings are saying, "Oh, he's a ring chaser." No, his continuance chasing. He's chasing the chance to continue to be great, to continue to add legacy to his book. Listen, he knows. Well, he doesn't really know yet, but you know and I know when this thing is over, it's over. You can't come back. Once you retire, once your body says, "I can't go no more," it's over. This guy feels he has 2-3 years left. Why not try to get another championship? I did it. I did it with Boston. After I won 3 in a row and then won 1 in Miami, hey, towards the end of my career, let me go play with Paul and KG and, be like the, 4th guy and rebound and set picks and, see if I can win one. And, that's what he's doing. However, I'm anxious to see how this team is going to work. We shall see. I'm actually looking forward to it. And it's championship or bust for LeBron and Jalen. I don't want to hear about 60 games. We made.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. It can't be year 2. Excuse me. You got to Miami. Y'all had to wait a year. You didn't win it the first year in Miami. You had to wait the second year. How come they can't wait the second year?
Okay, but hold on. I don't have excuses, but just let me give you one excuse. That's because I had a thigh bruise and I was taking shots and we lost that game 7. I was not 100% healthy. If I was 100% healthy, I would have gave you 2 in a row because I was on a mission. I got in shape. I lost 60 pounds. I was 325. I was on a mission. I had D-Wade and the boys rolling. We would have won that first year. I'm telling you, if we'd have beat Detroit, we would end up playing San Antonio. We would have beat them. It would have been my second ring. That's my excuse. It didn't happen. You're right. But guess what? It was championship or bust for me, too. I didn't get a championship. You think I was out partying that summer? No.
But wait a minute. Wait a minute. You were the Diesel. Damn it, you dominating, dunking on people. You stealing souls for crying out loud. You go to Miami. LeBron 41, he approaching 42 years of age. You can't hold him to the same standard. The same standard? You can't do that.
Yes, we can. Because you know why? You know why? Because he's LeBron James, either 1, 2, or 3 in many people's eyes. 1, 2, or 3 in many people's eyes. And guess what? The Philadelphia fans don't care about his age. They when they heard LeBron, Pat Cheesesteaks was giving half off on the cheesesteaks. The mall, the King of Prussia Mall was handing out.
There we go.
LeBron.
Damn right.
Yeah, it was, bro. They're happy. So, and then LeBron's not doing it by himself. So, which makes it even like we still got Joel Embiid. I remember 2 or 3 years ago, Chuck and I was saying he's the best big man in the league. Is he going to be hungry?
He's always hurt.
Title back. But hold on, let me finish. We were saying he's the best big guy in the league. Is he going to be hungry and try to get that back? That's my question. Jaylen Brown been disrespected in Boston after having a great year.
Great year. MVP candidate.
The MVP candidate having a great year, and they just got rid of him. He got something to prove. VJ got something to prove, and Tyrese Maxey got something to prove. If they can pull it together, if certain guys can make certain sacrifices during certain parts of the game, it's going to be ugly. And then LeBron don't have to do much. LeBron could, do what, he's always doing, getting people involved.
Okay, let me ask you this. How do you feel about LeBron not choosing Cleveland? And I'm hearing Miami's a bit salty because he didn't go back to South Beach and join Giannis. What do you feel about him passing up on those two squads?
I do feel that the Philadelphia move was unexpected. Nobody, including you, even expected that.
No, I didn't.
I was thinking Cleveland because started there, left, came back, gave him another championship. It's towards the end of my year. Cleveland gave me my start. I'm from Akron, right up the road. I made my career in Cleveland. That was the easy choice that I thought. And then I said, you know what? Him, Giannis, Bam in Miami, the system, Spoelstra, those guys being hungry down there, and Pat Riley gonna have everybody ready with the body fat test and all that. Let me go down here and redeem myself in Miami, because it was rumors that him and Pat didn't get along. So for him to go back and redeem himself with Pat Riley and the guys, I thought that would have been good. But when I heard Philadelphia, I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. But then when I sat down, I was like, damn, him, Maxey, Edgecombe, Embiid, and Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
We could have something serious. And guess what? And guess whose shoulder it leans on? Joel Embiid. Oh yeah,
He's the one with the pressure?
Oh yeah. Not LeBron.
I think it's LeBron.
Brown, Joel Embiid.
I think it's LeBron. It's LeBron.
No, man, no, because you know what?
It's Embiid.
Even if they don't,
Embiid's hurt all the time.
Yeah, listen, even if LeBron doesn't win, LeBron's still 1, 2, or 3 in people's eyes. You know that. I know that.
I don't know that. Yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so Joel, time for him to step up. Just saying.
Ain't about stepping up. If the brother hurt, he hurt, Shaq.
Okay, that was last year. He better take some.
He's hurt every year.
He better take some Tylenol and take some shots.
He's missed 150 games over the last 3 years.
Damn. He missed more games than me.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. He's missed 150 games over the last 3 years. He's never hurt. He's never healthy.
One championship, one city, one final chapter.
If LeBron James wins a title in Philadelphia, the debate that has divided basketball for decades may finally be over.
Because this would not just be another ring. This would be the ultimate proof of something almost impossible in sports history, that one player can walk into different environments, different pressure, different eras, and still create championships everywhere he goes.
From Cleveland to Miami to Los Angeles, and now Philadelphia.
4 cities, 4 completely different missions. And if LeBron can deliver a championship to Philly, some believe he would become the greatest winner the sports world has ever seen. But this mission is different, because Philadelphia is not just asking LeBron to win. They are demanding him to save a championship dream that has been collapsing for years. When LeBron announced his move to Philadelphia, one accusation immediately exploded across the basketball world: ring chaser.
But Shaquille O'Neal had a completely different reaction. "I don't like y'all calling my man a ring chaser." Shaq's argument is simple. LeBron is not running from competition. He's chasing greatness while his body still allows him to compete. At nearly 42 years old, LeBron knows something every legend eventually learns: retirement is permanent. The clock does not stop. The body does not wait. And when the final game arrives, there are no more opportunities. Shaq compared it to his own career when, after dominating the NBA, he joined Boston late in his career to chase one more championship alongside Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. For legends, the hunger never disappears. But while Shaq believes LeBron is chasing greatness, another question is becoming impossible to ignore. Is Philadelphia built to survive the pressure? Because in Philadelphia, there is no comfortable middle ground. No one cares about winning 50 or 60 games. No one cares about regular season success. The expectation is simple: championship or disappointment. And that pressure is not only on LeBron, it is also on Joel Embiid. 2 years ago, many analysts called Embiid the most dominant big man in basketball. But injuries have completely changed the conversation.
Over the last 3 seasons, Embiid has missed around 150 games. 150. That is not a small problem. That is a massive warning sign. Because Philadelphia is building everything around a superstar who has repeatedly been unable to stay healthy when the biggest moments arrive. And this is where the pressure becomes complicated, because the greatest player on the roster might not be the player carrying the biggest risk. Nobody expected Philadelphia. Many believed LeBron would return home to Cleveland for the perfect ending. The hometown hero from Akron finishing his career where everything started. Others imagined Miami. LeBron, alongside Giannis Antetokounmpo, Bam Adebayo, Eric Spoelstra, and Pat Riley, a redemption story after years of rumors and unfinished business. But instead, LeBron chose Philadelphia. And suddenly, the lineup became terrifying. LeBron James, Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, Jaylen Brown, BJ Edgecombe. A group filled with talent, but also filled with questions. Can they sacrifice? Can they stay healthy? Can they handle the pressure of a city that has waited since 1983 for another championship? Because if this team succeeds, it will not just create a championship, it could redefine LeBron James' entire legacy. Think about the impossible journey. Cleveland had never won an NBA championship before LeBron delivered the first title in franchise history in 2016. Miami became a dynasty with back-to-back championships in 2012 and 2013. Los Angeles had waited a decade before LeBron brought the Lakers their 17th championship in 2020. And now, Philadelphia, a franchise that has not won since 1983. A city starving for basketball greatness. If LeBron wins here, the argument becomes almost impossible to ignore. Because very few athletes in sports history have walked into so many different situations and changed the destiny of entire organizations. The question is no longer whether LeBron can still play. The question is whether one final championship can create the greatest legacy sports has ever seen. But history is not written by expectations. It is written by moments. And in Philadelphia, LeBron James is facing the biggest final test of his legendary career. Because if he wins, the GOAT debate may finally have its answer.
Yo, mic check 1 to 2, -1, -2. Game over for this video, folks. Smash that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to stay in the huddle for more. This is NFL Madness, bringing the heat and signing out.